Howdy YouTube, my name's Ethanra, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. You know what's up, you know what time it is whenever I make a video this fast back to back, you know where we're going. But yeah, there's one last thing I wanted to clarify and some other things I noticed because I do go back and watch my videos sometimes, like just to see what all I said, because sometimes I got to refresh my memory and just to see how it actually turns out. Because, like I said, I can't control my thumbnails. I have no control over where those turn out. And I gotta say, the one, I believe it's Union Pets Part 15, Union Pets Part 15 Keyblade TalK. The thumbnail for that one is actually pretty great, because from a distance, it looks like it's just me attacking, well, all of us, all my little party members, attacking the Queen Bee Omega, I think that one was. But if you look closer, you can actually see Skull standing on top of my head, so I thought that was pretty cute. I like that one a lot. So there's that. And there's also, once again, something I want to clarify with the last video, because I didn't realize it when I said it, but I realized how, for those of you who are paying attention, you probably would have called me out on what I said made no sense. I didn't mean to click on that. Like, I literally just put my finger down and that happened. But, let me actually get into this, then I'll explain what I'm trying to talk about. Yeah, it's lagging just a little bit because I'm actually in the process of uploading the other video, so it's going to lag just a bit. Okay, so the thing I said in the last one, was that we don't know what the completed Terra Xehanort looks like, and that's not completely true. Because, see, the thing is, when I said that, I didn't say what I meant. Like, I meant what I said, but I wasn't thinking. It's like, when I said that, what I was actually thinking at the same time was, what would Terra look like once he's freed from Xehanort's possession? That is something we have not seen. But you can obviously state, well, Xemnas being the body, obviously, that is what the completed, that is what the completed, Terra Xehanort will look like. And I keep calling him that to further emphasize how it's not Xehanort. It's Terra and Xehanort. Terra is still in there. But anyway, so by that logic, Xemnas is technically how that would look. But at the same time, I don't feel that will be completely true. I feel like the people in charge of Kingdom Hearts, I know there's official names, but I don't follow them closely enough. I have a hard enough time keeping my lore straight. I don't need to know every single name in charge, okay? At any rate, they could just as easily do that, but I have a feeling they won't, considering everything else they've done. So I have a feeling when they do reveal what he will look like, I don't think they'll just make it be like, we'll just make it Xemnas, but put him in some, like, Sith clothing, you know, or a grown-up version of what young Xehanort wore back when he was on Destiny Islands. I don't think they'll do that, because it just seems so bland. I honestly think they'll do something different, but I will not be surprised at the same time if they really don't try all that hard. Like, again, from a logical perspective, for every reason possible, Xehanort, or Terra Xehanort, modern Terra Xehanort, should be Xemnas. It should look exactly like Xemnas. The only difference being he won't be having the organization cloak on, or who knows, maybe he will. But since that's so heavily associated with the organization, and yeah, you could make the argument, well, he did find it, or found it, or whatever. Yeah, that is true, but at the same time, if you were to see, that would be even worse than the Roxas Ventus, because at least they changed the clothes up and at least look somewhat different. But if they were to do that, if they were to take Xemnas in his Organization 13 cloak and just say, oh, well, no, this isn't really Xemnas, this is Terranort, you know, because it's the body, so yeah, this is Terranort, this is modern day Terranort. That would be so weak. I just can't even. So, yeah, I said that without thinking, because I was thinking that, A, what would Terra look like when no longer possessed by Xehanort? And B, is, would they really be that lazy with it? Because again, from a logical perspective, it would make sense. It would make the only sense, really, But at the same time, I just don't imagine they'll be that lazy with it. I just can't. Because again, after all the things Kingdom Hearts has done, the good and the bad, for them to make modern day Xehanort, because he is part of his own organization known as the true Organization 13 or the real Organization 13 or whatever. So he would still be in the cloak, but still look like exactly like Xemnas, but be Terranort. Doesn't that just feel so weak? Like, I'm lazy. I'm not going to lie. I'm a lazy person in real life. I'm only motivated if the cause is strong enough or if it's something I absolutely have to do. But for the most part, I am lazy. So if I'm calling that lazy, then you got a problem. So I'm just about to hop back in here real quick while I continue talking. But yeah, so I wasn't paying attention to what I said. I mean, it's still kind of valid because, I mean, would they really do that? Would they really make, if he appears as a complete being, as a somebody, would they really make Terra Xehanort look exactly like Xemnas, but because he's in his own Organization 13, the true Organization 13, he would still be wearing his cloak, so he would look exactly like Xemnas, but not be him? That's why I said that would be even weaker than the Ventus Roxas thing, because at least their clothes are different, at least their personalities are different. But if they were to do that to modern day Terranort, then that would just be so weak. I keep saying weak because I just don't want to say something more vulgar, but oh man, it would just be bad because that's lazy. Even for me, that's lazy. Like, I would change him up. Okay, like, take for example, here's a good one. So here's what could make my point valid when I said we don't know what he looks like. Take into account Axel. Back when Axel was Axel, he had those teardrop tattoos under his eyes, but when he became Lee again, a somebody, they disappeared. So who's to say Xemnas' appearance won't change once he becomes a somebody, once he and Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, I guess, fused back together to become somebody, Terra Xehanort. So that's, I guess you could kind of make my point valid that we really don't know what it looks like. And it's still true, we really don't know. They're all just assumptions. Is either they're going to be unredeemably lazy and make it Xemnas, but just call him Terranort, or they're not going to call him that. And I apologize if calling him that annoys you, but like I said, it's quicker than saying Terra Xehanort, and I'm obviously trying to address Terra while possessed by Xehanort, making him Xehanort, not Xehanort when he was a child. Not Master Xehanort or anything like that, or when he eventually, because it's looking this way, eventually completely possesses Syax and Zigbar. I'm probably almost certainly not going to call them something like Zignort, or that's actually kind of funny, or Psynort or anything like that, but for the sake of Terranort, I will. Just to, again, further differentiate, I butchered that word, who I'm trying to talk about. And I'm already losing track of what I was just saying. But yeah, sorry if me calling him that annoys you. And there we go. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what I was saying, because I did have a legitimate point, but I'm losing it now. I think it was saying something like, I should have head back because the boss is about to show up. But we really don't know what... Oh, okay, yeah, I remember what I was saying now. I was saying either they're going to be unredeemably lazy and make him look just like Xemnas, but call him Terranort. So he is, in all honesty, Terranort. He is the one from Birth by Sleep, just older. Or they will do something to make him look slightly different than Xemnas. It doesn't even have to be a lot. I mean, it has to be enough to where you can tell the difference between the two, not clothing-wise like they did with Ventus. But for the most part, I'm still right. We honestly don't know what he's going to look like. We can assume it's going to be one of those two options, but as far as concrete proof, we don't have it. We don't even know if he'll actually appear in Kingdom Hearts 3. We don't know if Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the one to end the series. I would like to think that it would, considering most games usually end in a trilogy. And the fact we've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 since before. I remember once upon a time, Final Fantasy 13, the one with Lightning. Funny, she's right there. People, when they saw the trailers, for whatever reason, I remember some people thought that was the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers. I'm not even kidding. So we've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 roughly around the time Final Fantasy 13 wasn't even out. So we've been waiting that long. So I actually would not feel all that bad if if that's the end of the series. Like, Terra finally becomes free from Xehanort. We actually get to see what Terra Xehanort looks like in that game. Will Sora lose his ability to wield the Keyblade? Will Roxas, a la Ventus, finally be able to leave Sora's heart and be his own person? You know, things like that. Because you got to remember, unlike Naminé, as far as I know anyway, unlike Naminé, Roxas is a legitimate person. He is Ventus. So, there's that. But I think I've talked enough for now. I actually was kind of hoping to run into him just so I could bring it up, but I'll go ahead and do it now before I forget. Roxas, there goes my luck, but for once it's actually not biting me in the butt. At any rate, I wanted to bring this up when I saw him, but he didn't appear because of course he wouldn't when I'm ready for him. But the Iron Giant. I was going to say I'm so tired of that so-and-so because he is photobombing my thumbnails. Like, seriously, I already told you I have no control over my thumbnails. So it's by absolute chance if it's a good one, a bad one, or repetitive. There's 2 videos I made that are side by side, near similar to each other. The only real difference is, you know, the little sparkling stuff, materials on the ground. It's slightly different than each other. That's the only difference between the 2 thumbnails. And it has the Iron Giant in it. He has been photobombing so many of my thumbnails. I am sick of it. So every time I see him, I make sure I try to take him down as fast as I can. Or try to get the last hit on him just to really rub it in. But I digress. I can absolutely guarantee it's going to continue. No matter how long the videos are, somehow the Iron Giant will photobomb it. So he's kind of my personal heartless nemesis in this game for now. But thank you all for listening. Sorry if I got a bit too off topic because, again, ADHD, I'm always all over the place. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope I was a bit more clear on what I said in the last video. See you around. Oh, come on now.